Future Stars Media Enterprise is now starting our live streaming show every week. We want to delve into the future, into what we anticipate would happen in the society post-COVID. And it's not only here in Canada, but also around the world, because now we're in a global village, different scenarios in different country, but overall the pandemic is global, the effect of the pandemic is global, and the impact of the changes going on in society would be felt globally. So what we want to discuss in the show, this is a weekly show that we're launching here at Qualped and Future Stars Media, and we want to have a conversation. We want to engage with you, you engage with us on a conversation of what really is going on with the COVID situation and what kind of future can we look forward to. This is an important topic to deal with, because we can't just sit there and let things unfold as they will, because for one, it depresses us, right? You panic. There is potential for chaos out there, and we don't know what's going on. So if we study and if we look into what's going on in society, and we know what's coming, and the motto for Boy Scouts is be prepared, and that's what this show is all about. We want to launch a talk show. We're going to have different guests every week, but also I'm going to be what I do. I read a lot. I study, as coming from a journalism background, and based on my research and the information I'm picking up, I want to share some information with you. I want to share some knowledge, some insights that I picked up along the way of finding out how to kind of rearrange or reform or change the way I live, my lifestyle, my business, my writing, my books, the way I see the world. It's all changing in COVID, and I had to take that. I had to, over the past year, since COVID started happening, we've seen a lot of changes in my business, the media company, and Qualped. And for those of you who don't know, which a lot of you would not know, because we've never gone, public with what we do in the company. We have a publishing company, a technology startup, and a lifestyle club, and a media company, all rolled into one. And COVID has, of course, impacted things, not in a bad way, but not in a growth kind of way. So we had to look inside, go inside, start introspecting, seeing, what is really going on. We had to research and study and find out what is going on with society. Where do we stand today? More importantly, where are we going to be standing tomorrow? And on this journey of deciding how to move forward, of designing our tomorrow, of authoring our future, how do we go about doing that? On this journey, we want to invite you in our company to join us through this live streaming show every week. I'm thinking of doing it daily, but we'll see how it goes. For us to share information, you know some things I don't know. I know some things you may not have come across. And so we want to explore and see how we can ride the wave and come out victorious. How we can surf the tides of change in society and come out to the end not panicking or not devastated or not in chaos, but in victory. And so I think I do something that a lot of people don't do, which is I read tremendously. Like my lifestyle is around reading. I wake up in the morning and I delve into these deep literature books and politics and all those things. And so the reason I do that, of course, is to make sure that I plan my future in a way that achieves the goals that I have for the company. But in the process, I'm learning some things, and I want to share these things with you. I hope those of you who are, who feel that you might want to join on this journey, I welcome you to engage with me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the platforms, Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, everything, and play a role in this journey of finding out what tomorrow is all about. You see, we're not victims of society. We're not victims of the world. We're not victims of what's going on. We're human beings with creative potential. We can design our days, our tomorrows, our lives, no matter what we're going through. Yes, not everything is going to be perfect. Like, we live in a world where, for example, we're subjected to gravity. You know, we've learned to build planes and overcome it, but individually we can't just get up and fly. So there are some things that we have to live with. It's just what is so, right? But a lot of the things that we become scared about and we become anxious about and we worry about are things that we can actually control, and we can design, and we can mold, and we can make solutions. We are, as a human being, I'm so creative, you're so creative, and we have to tap into that creativity. At this moment, at this hour of what is going on with humanity, we have to tap into our creative potential, our ability deep inside of us. Go in there, in the reservoir of our soul, and find some strength, find some wisdom, find some courage, and find the creativity that would cause us to design solutions, that would cause us to rise above the volcano, the fury that is going on in the world system, and be like the eagle. That our website, quadmed.com, there's an eagle there because there's a reason for it. We want to be like the eagle, flying above everything, soaring above everything, at the same time with an eagle's eye on the future, on what's going on and how we can ride the wave. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff in our show. We're launching it. This today is kind of an intro to that show, and whoever is listening to this, I know we don't have a wide audience right now, but we're going to be doing some stuff, including social media marketing, to expand the audience of this show eventually. But the show is based on a book that I'm publishing, and it's called Qualped Your Life. And the book is about authoring our future. How do we go about authoring our future, no matter what is going on around us? How can we master our domain? How can we design our life? How can we take charge of what we can take charge of, despite what is going on in society, and do what we can do individually and as a small community, and how we can make a difference. Make a difference for ourselves, but make a difference also for society, for our community, for people out there. Society is divided, unfortunately, into two groups: leaders and followers. This show is setting out to build on those people who believe that they could be thought leaders in society, that you could come up with good ideas, original solutions, and need not even be implementing those, but just writing about them, just publishing them, just putting them out there, just inspiring people, encouraging people. That's what we want to be doing. And so this show is for the kind of people who are originators, solution generators, creators, thinkers, and authors of the future. And it's all coming from a book that I'm researching. Well, I've done a lot of research on it already. The book is nearly finished writing. It's ready to be published, and it's about authoring our future. And the information that I gathered in putting this book together, that is the information I am going to share with you and ask you to comment on and enlighten me where I'm not seeing things clearly, because we all have blind spots. We all don't see as clearly as we want to see. But collectively, if we look at each other and we see somebody else's blind spot, we can help clarify things for each other. So the show is about authoring our future. My name is Sean, and I'll be here with you every week, possibly every day if I become very comfortable doing this. And we'll have a set time, possibly in the evening for an hour, where I'll be talking to you, and you can send me messages on social media or email and let me know your thoughts. And let's build up a kind of momentum, a kind of, I don't want to call it a movement, but a kind of consciousness, an awakening to what is going on in the world, and how we can position ourselves for a world that is post-COVID, that is going into a new direction. So I want to leave you with this thought before we go, and I'll join you again later on this week, possibly tomorrow, if not early next week. I firmly believe that we are in a very, very important time in human history where there is actually the end of an age going on, which COVID is kind of emphasizing, blowing out of proportion even maybe. And there's a start of a new age, and the age that is ending is the age of industrialization. The industrial age has lasted for about 100 years, and it's now coming to an end. And what is starting up is the very futuristic, promising, and it could be exciting, the knowledge age of man. And I know, decades now, 2-3 decades now, mankind has been, intellectuals have been talking about the information age and the age of knowledge and all those things. But we're really and truly entering into a new phase of human existence upon the face of this earth, and it's around this whole idea of man living in a knowledge age where technology fuels everything. So it's the technological age, but it's also the knowledge age. And this idea we want to explore in our next conversation. I'll join you possibly tomorrow, of course, if you're following me, you would know if I'm on tomorrow. But if not, definitely next week, because we have a studio set up here and we're refining everything to make sure that we can have possibly nightly shows and open up our live streaming platform for good things to happen, for good conversations to happen, for engagement to take place, for us to encourage each other and help each other. A lot of people, the third wave they say is coming now, and society could shut down again in April, and we need to do something about that. We'll talk about it. We'll have a conversation about it. We will encourage each other, and we'll build each other up, and we will work together to alter our future. See you soon.